If you look up farmer in the dictionary, kaboom! Tom McCracken, right, Brian?
I love it. I love it. That's how I feel about this guy. That's the truth. Tom McCracken here. We're at Green Earth.
I've never
and
not
Archaic
seen you
Orchard.
in overalls.
Yeah.
And seeing that flashback grower's hat, man. Woo! We're doing it, huh? 2020 road trip continues. It is, what is it, Archaic Orchards and Green Earth Farms.
Green Earth Farm. Green Earth is the parent company, yeah.
So tell us about what we're about to go look at here. And
I don't know. Well, last time you were here,
We
did
just
I show
walked
you
around.
all the monos and metates? There's a great specimen right there.
Yeah, we saw that right at the end there. I love this right there. And Tom, explain to them what this is while I go to.
So that's the mono. That's what they grind the grain and seeds and nuts, and I'm assuming they mix it all together with some dried meat too, probably for pemmican. And then we found so many here just in this spot. That's why we call it Archaic Orchard. But all those are monos in the wall there, and that's.
And this is the mono, which is the grinding stone,
yeah,
right?
You can see how it's smooth on both sides actually,
Yeah.
where they've been working it.
You can see that. Well, and so I think, Tom, that's an awesome setup because quite honestly, this is like you are one of those people that farms really to the earth, and is someone that has always, when you brought organic farming to me more than 25 years ago in a way that was real versus in some ways some of the crap you fantasize
Can we do
about.
that? Let's go back.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Where
Where'd
am
you
I
grow up?
from? I grew up
Let's
in
walk and
Iowa
talk.
and
Can we-
Iowa and upstate New York.
Farming?
No, my father's a minister. All his brothers are ministers. My brothers are ministers.
What kind of food you eat growing up?
Well, Tom, you're a minister though for the earth, brother.
Macaroni
I
and
can tell you
cheese
that.
with hot dog slice.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Any produce in your life at that point?
We did not have a lot of produce. My grandpa was a farmer, and so when we visited his farm, we'd get fresh veggies, and he had strawberries and that sort of thing.
Did that spark your interest?
Yeah, he had some cows and some hogs and a couple of ponds we could fish in and that sort of thing. And so, he was an inspiration for me.
What'd you go to school for?
And then I went to CSU for 1 year for forestry.
Brought you to Colorado, huh?
So that's what brought me to Colorado.
Bring that mic right up to you so we can hear you. When was that?
1975.
The year of our Lord, 1975. Tom McCracken, Colorado. And then, so with the mindset, because there's a big mindset that's going on right here, right? Your ethos. How would you describe your ethos of farming?
Well, I've scaled back considerably. It's kind of nice. Kai over here is working for me, but he's my only employee. And I've had up to 15 people working on my farm when I was in Saguache, and we were farming quite a bit more land. And then I was trying to truck it and do farmers markets and all that at the same time. So yeah, this has scaled back quite a bit for me. And it's much more comfortable, and it's in a location I've been wanting to live in or work in for the last 40 years. Because we bought this land in 1980. So
Yeah.
Wow.
Tom, how large was Green Earth Farms?
that was 160 acres.
Well, that was the Green Earth side of it, but didn't you lease more than that out to other people, or was your whole operation, was the whole farm
That was the
160?
irrigated ground. We had about 170 acres of irrigated ground, and then we had another, at one time 600 acres of just dry land.
Yeah.
How's the water here?
So the water here is excellent. We have water that comes right off the wilderness, and we're the first user on the creek. We're adjacent to the National Forest, and so it's about as pure a water as you could possibly get. I've just got a small water right on the creek, but it's sufficient for what we're doing here.
Describe this backdrop where we're looking at. Give us the location.
Well, if you went up over that mountain, came straight down the other side, you'd come right out in Westcliff.
Yeah.
And that's where we're leaving here and going.
We wish there was a road through there. What kind of road? What would a road be like through there, Tom?
Steep.
They need a tunnel.
But yeah, this is Gibson. We had a Native American elder that was living just down here for a while. He called it "Tell Us Good Morning" because it was the first mountain the sun would hit in the morning. So
Oh, that's beautiful.
yeah.
Wow, brother.
That's beautiful.
This whole place is just so incredible, Tom. And you've got so much stuff going this year. You're so much further ahead this year than you were last year, it seems like.
And it seems like your irrigation methods have gotten. That's one of the things that we took away from the last time we visited you, of just your methods of runoff and how you're really taking this land and bringing the flow of water for efficiency, I guess, right?
Well, I've got almost all of it set up to flood irrigate, and so I have sprinklers now and a well. It's all on solar. We're off the grid here, but like we just finished irrigating these trees just an hour or so ago, and the water's still running over here where he's digging.
Well, but what do you call, I mean, Tom, you're saying flood irrigate, but you have like these little ditches and little canals and rivers. I mean, this is like something that as a kid in Arizona, I built crazy things like this. But what do you call it in farming? I mean, the way we've been talking with so many farmers about we were in Macon and Durango where they were
Like
doing some terraced farming like this. And I was talking to the way that you water, and I can't remember. They planted an orchard, Tom, where the entire orchard is on an angle of the
Contour.
on the contour, and so that the way, and then they say they build little collection pipes every so often, and collect the water as it comes down
To the next area.
Yeah.
Well, all our beds, you can see the rows are on the contour, and so that minimizes erosion. When I first put in the orchard, we went down the hill with it, and I started with really small little ditches. In New Mexico, they call them acequias, but to minimize erosion, we just run a little bit of water at a time, and then we established all this clover, and the grass came naturally. We planted a bunch of wildflowers, and so that holds the ground in place, and now we're able to run a little more water at a time. But if we're irrigating across, yeah, we put everything on the contour. So
Can we do the loop?
yeah,
Tom, how many acres here?
I'm gonna say there's 2.5 inside the fence.
You've got 2.5,
the
but
elk.
so much.
The elk fence.
Tom, how much? I mean, you've got to be producing hundreds and hundreds of pounds off of this, of all kinds of fruits and vegetables. I mean, thousands, I got to believe.
We got our first fruit crop last year. Yeah, the trees are just starting to put on, but you can see that there's some apples on here.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah, right up here. I sure do. I sure do.
So you didn't get popped with a freeze this year, huh?
We did not get frozen out, but I did have a hailstorm about 2 weeks ago that, like Joni Mitchell says, give me spots on apples and leave me the birds and the bees.
So the farm's set up for what? Not production or personal use, or what do you use the farm for?
Well, we have a delivery program where individuals order once a week, and we had been doing home delivery. This year with the COVID, we're going to do a pickup location, and then the local store carries our stuff. Growers Organic was picking up things like frisee and dandelion greens and butter lettuce last year. Vitamin Cottage in our natural grocers in Salida will buy some things from me if I have extra. These are all heirloom tomato plants there and there. And Growers was buying heirloom tomatoes the last 2 years, and so was Vitamin Cottage and the local stores. So we have more than...
Gorgeous.
This is Napa cabbage right here, both red
and green. Gosh, Tom. Seriously, a little arugula here. Can I taste
A
it?
little arugula we just picked. A little flea bitten.
Yeah, but that's the year. I'm hearing from everybody that there's a lot of fleas this year.
In the spring, you always get the flea beetles. In the fall, it'll really do well.
What about the medicinal part of your business? Can you talk about that a little bit?
We can walk up and look at some of the medicinal herbs, but We grow calendula flowers, and that's the main ingredient in my wife's calendula cream.
What do you want to cut through?
We can cut right through.
That arugula is the same, Tom.
Oh,
I miss it so much. I've tasted like 3 arugulas, and you've always done this like really spicy arugula that I love. I mean, it's like what I can't tell you how much of arugula I've eaten, Tom. So
who was
so
it
great
there
to
at
do this.
Mel's?
Tyler.
Tyler. He preferred our arugula to the California style stuff. So this is a new experiment this year, the Hoophouse, and it saved these plants from the hail. I mean, we had 2 inches of hail on the ground. It really hit us hard.
Interesting. So it's
at
like
the time the plastic was over it.
Did you make this yourself, or
Yeah.
did you come up with this?
We just made it ourselves, yeah.
And
That
so, do
is-
you really just do it for cover if there is a storm and leave it wide open if not?
Yeah, I can't put that plastic over by myself. It takes 4 people to put it over.
Damn.
But we left it on for the first 3 weeks. We were getting close to freezing at night, and then we had those severe storms come through. And now I've just taken it off. The tomatoes taste so much better if they're in the sunshine. And so, but in the fall, once the tomatoes are on there and green, but we're getting close to frost, we'll cover it again, and that should give us another 2 weeks.
My eyes, Tom. I
Oh,
see
man.
something.
Yeah, we just picked it a couple hours ago, but
Strawberries?
you'll be able to find some in there, I'm sure.
Oh my gosh, Tom.
Those are some damn good strawberries.
These are some damn good strawberries.
I can just see a bunch of ripe ones just from
I
here.
know, so can I. Jay Parker, here you go, man. No, none for Jay.
I got to look for one.
Here you go. I'll give you the one I picked for Jay.
Sure you don't want it, Jay?
Wait until you taste that.
There's one right
That is one of the
there. There's
best
another one
damn
there.
strawberries.
Another one down there.
How lucky people they're able to.
Actually, eat a strawberry that tastes good.
Oh my gosh, Tom.
What other berries do you have?
Raspberries. We've got June berries, hawthorn berries, sea buckthorn berries. Those are medicinal, but
Oh, really?
so I backed off on dandelion production.
Dandelion greens. Here, I'll eat a little bit as we walk through.
But here you can see the water actually irrigating a row of strawberries. It's coming all the way from where you crossed the creek up at the top.
Just another day at the office, huh?
Yeah, not a bad place to work.
What's a day for you like? Walk us through a day of your life.
Oh, well, I start out usually doing some work for my wife's business. I do her invoicing and take care of the fulfillments on the internet orders she gets. And then I'll deal with whatever bookkeeping tasks are for the day, and then I'll get over here. I usually get over here about 10. And Kai's already been here for a couple of hours working.
Tom, tell people though, real quick, the name of your wife's company.
So Atera Botanicals, but the website is greenearthfarm.com, and that's where you can go and see all the products.
Okay, sorry, I'll let you back into it. You were talking about.
I just built this spring. If you want to take a dip, help yourself. We put steps in.
Nice.
No shortage of mosquitoes.
These are the raspberries. They're kind of loaded.
Okay,
we have-
so Tom, I'll get you back in. You said you got here about 10 with.
Yeah, I arrive around 10, and we'll here shortly it'll be mostly harvesting, but up till now it's been planting and weeding. But yeah, see if you can get a shot of these raspberries. This is Kai Doobie. This is Brian, and his crew of modern eaters.
Greg and Jay. Hey, so why are we all of a sudden seeing more mosquitoes than I've seen anywhere else around here?
It's getting later in the day, for one thing.
But it seems like they love those raspberry
They
bushes.
probably do love those raspberry bushes. I'm sure they. Getting ready to take off? All right. Yeah, go ahead and turn the water off. Thank you.
So now, Tom, are these just starting or are these just finishing?
These are just starting. So these are fall bearing. They won't start until September, but these will be ready in about 10 days, maybe less than that. And I got a bunch of them. I mean, relatively for me. But now this is a new area. We just I cleared the land last winter. We dug the stumps out this spring as soon as the ground thawed, and we planted another 21 fruit trees, of which all but only one didn't survive that.
What kind of trees are these up here?
So this one right here is a crab apple, an edible crab apple. And then I've got plums and cherries and peaches and pears, and that whole row over there is heirloom apples. This is a cover crop just to improve the soil.
Okay. But at first I looked at it, that's what I thought it looked like a pea or something like that.
It is.
It is, yeah, okay.
Peas and vetch and oats.
Nice.
And then we've got our summer squash, winter squash, and our green chili. Been having really good luck with chili. They took a big hit on the hail, but they're coming back.
Now, Tom, would anyone ever would you put animals around here ever? Like, what do you got? Some chickens going?
Got some chickens this year. We just got them this spring.
Wow, nice.
Built a coop last year.
Are you allowed to put like a pond or anything in, or no?
You'd have to do a special permit for a pond. Yeah, I don't really need a pond. I don't have a lot of water right anyway. It would probably sink in the ground.
Oh, really?
But,
well, it's interesting. We were just seeing at a lot of the farms this trip. People are putting we noticed a lot of geese and duck that people were putting on their smaller farms that were eating the other stuff. Oh, Tom, you built this yourself?
I had help, but we kind of designed it. We stole the design from a place in Delta we drove by. They kind of eyeballed it, and we copied some of the design features.
This is nice. Your little egg boxes over here?
Yeah.
Nothing right now, Jay. Let's look on the other side.
No, they're not laying yet. They still have about 6 weeks to go before they start laying.
Oh, so you got some young birds?
Mm-hmm. We got
Well,
chicks.
I guess that's right. This year's, yep, sorry.
We got chicks in late March.
I like that. That's going to keep foxes out and everything. Did you dig around it, or what you got going on for that?
So, yeah, you can see here there's wire. This wire comes out to here all the way around.
All the way around it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Nice. That's the way you keep your foxes out of the hen house.
Oh, they've been trying to get in too, believe me.
I had to go grab that.
Spray. Oh, hey, that was the most insane thing. I wonder if we got that on film at all.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was, there was some, it was like swarming.
Well, Tom's just giggling inside. I said, look at these dudes with the shorts on. Where they want it. Long, short sleeve.
I could see that from a distance.
So, Tom, this water, you could drink it, right? Except that you wouldn't want to, because
yeah, you don't know if a deer died in it or something.
Yeah.
But it's pretty darn pure water.
Can we walk in the greenhouse?
Yeah.
Let's do it. And the root cellar.
Yes.
Then we'll get
And
out
the
of
root cellar. So, Tom, one of the things that I was curious, are you guys continuing to grow the line? Because you do grow a lot of medicinal herbs.
Yeah.
And that's something that's growing in popularity, and people are understanding that better. Are you guys
So this is all echinacea right here.
Okay.
There's a big patch of echinacea, and then the calendula flowers, we just picked them, so there's not very many flowers.
And so
But then-
echinacea, folks, it's one of those herbs that helps you stay healthy.
Yeah, it's an immune system booster.
Yep.
That's got to be hot right now, huh?
And we use that in our tinctures where we tincture a bunch of different immune herbs, make a potion with it.
And then the calendula has healing properties as well.
For the skin mainly, yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, once we grow all the starts in here, put them out in the field, and then we plant in the ground. And we're growing sunflower sprouts in these trays. Another item growers was picking up, but apparently the new owners aren't interested in.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
I hope not. That's
That's basil.
So, Tom, are you gonna plant any trees in here?
No. Well, that's a lemon tree right there.
Well, that's what I was curious. So the question's valid, is he?
I know, I put a heater in here, so now I've got a thermostat, so it comes on if it goes below a certain temperature. And
So you could start something
I
like
could
that,
do
yeah.
something like
Have
that.
you always had this coop?
No, we just built that last year.
Yeah, it was super cool, isn't it? We showed the viewers, Greg, around. He built a skirt that comes around the whole entire coop, so the foxes can't dig in it. The chickens haven't started laying yet. They're still they're just this year's flock. But isn't this place, you guys? Tom, this is one of the most seriously, when it all melts down, I'm still coming out here, man.
You're not invited.
Yeah.
You think he's gonna have you?
Want to go look at the cherries on that tree right there? They're just
got it all.
loaded.
A to Z.
Oh, really? With cherries right down here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put your spray right here, Tom.
Tom,
Okay.
how many different items do you have? Things do you have growing here?
Oh, I don't know. Lots. I've never counted them. But look how many cherries are coming.
Wow.
Holy smoke!
And so if you remember, watch our videos from this road trip. When we were back at Berg Harvest, we were actually eating cherries off of the tree.
Well,
And
no,
this is
rewind before that. So in Palisade, cherry trees were pretty much demolished
destroyed.
out.
Yeah, destroyed.
And then they would have been ready a week before Paonia. And in Paonia and Berg Harvest, they were just about a week away from optimal ripening.
Exactly. Optimal.
and
They were
then
going to be harvested
you
tomorrow.
see right here, just on the front end. So when are these going to be ready?
These are sour cherries. I'd say 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And they'll turn red instantly or what?
Well, it takes them a little while.
Okay.
Some of these are the ones the plant is culling because there's just too many on there.
Oh, interesting. So when they already look like they're ripe right now, that means the plant is
It's trying to
actually
get rid of them.
pushing them off.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I think one had a syringe attached to it. I didn't know if I got stung by a bee.
you remember Italian prune plums, right?
Oh, Tom, you've got some prune plums going, brother?
Check this out.
I love it. I love it. So, you guys, just so you know, Tom is probably one of really a handful of people with an Italian prune plum that this will go into production, obviously, but there's just not. I mean,
Is that lack of demand or why?
it's
Why?
just something people let go. I mean, it's just not.
It's not a large commercial crop. I mean, Wayne Talmadge used to have a prune plum.
Yeah.
Describe one to me that's ripe in the taste and.
So it's oblong. You can see how they're starting to be oblong here.
Uh-huh.
And they turn dark purple.
Ooh.
And
Oh.
they're fairly firm even when they're ripe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And they store real well.
Huh.
And then if you dry them, they become plums. Prunes rather.
You guys, seriously, you do not know how alive and vibrant this farm is. I'm looking at this one thing right here, Tom. The amount of ladybugs.
I know, there's so many ladybugs on these plants, it's unbelievable.
I mean, Tom, that's just a sign, folks, of super, super healthy.
And that's a native flower that we never planted these. These came up wild.
How about this year? Pretty dry?
Oh, it's dry.
Yeah.
It's seriously dry. There's been a fire ban in effect for 2 months.
Yes, last year was cool and wet. Year before, really dry.
Gosh, so Tom, it's
These are
just
pears here.
I know that's what's just so amazing, you guys. We've gone from apples to plums,
Wait, cherries,
cherries,
apples,
plums, and now we're looking at pears.
Pears.
You guys, right here, just in the span of like 4 rows, we've seen just the incredible diversity. Tom, it's just.
Did you want to peek in the root cellar?
Yeah, a little curly parsley here.
Yeah, we got curly there and Italian down below.
Tom, you know what they say about parsley?
I hate to think.
That is an old inside joke of Tom and mine from the day of the farmers markets. When we go offline, boys, I'll tell you the joke.
Yeah, so one thing that's cool is they trained the kids early. Look at this one.
And that's something that
It's
a
a
little child
mono.
will hold.
Yeah. Here's another metate of beauty here. And it's got an indentation on both sides. See? Yeah, and all that came from just right here.
So, Tom, bats? Do you have any bats? I mean, I got to believe that
Yeah, the
something's
bats
got to.
come around, but I think bat populations are in decline. We need more bats to get the mosquitoes.
Yeah, that's why I was a little surprised.
Oh, the root cellar.
You guys, this is what someone would use to hold everything. Tom, basically, so they had stuff all year round, right? I mean,
Right. I mean, we store potatoes, apples. We even ripened the heirlooms in here up until like middle of October. They ripened really nice in here. It was about 60 degrees.
Devil's claw root.
So these are all the herbs that are soaking in organic alcohol from Hotchkiss. Hopefully one day we'll be making our own alcohol out of our own apples and fruit.
Ooh, you have any Sprilanthes?
Oh, yeah.
Can
What
we
did-
get some buzz buttons? Where I
There's
saw
a-
it right here. But
Yeah, is
do
that
have
what
any
you had
growing?
us chew on?
There's 2 whole things over there, but yeah, I've got a whole row of them out here growing.
Can we stop by so everyone gets to
Sure.
remember? This is our
Is that
space.
what we chewed on?
Yep, this is it. This is where we get our buzz with our buzz button. Well, Sprilanthes it's a straggler or what, Tom? Is it
That's what it's called, Spilanthes.
Sprilanthes?
And it has a flower, but you use the whole plant in the tincture. Leaves and everything. I guess not the roots, but yeah, we can go pick some. I think there's a few flowers down here. They might have some sand in them. Look at the hummingbirds on the testament.
So you guys, you gotta love this. We just asked Tom for one thing in this farm with. He's got to have hundreds of things. I mean, Tom, truly, you've got to have how many?
Well, it's probably, well over 50.
Okay, well over
different
50
and
things
it could
growing
be
here.
100 easily, I suppose. Here's the asparagus patch, and there's yarrow growing in here, and we've got some garlic chives, and here's the regular
See this?
chives, and
You guys right there, see that asparagus?
that's purple
Big old
asparagus.
purple asparagus right there. Oh, here's another one. You ate this one, Tom?
Yeah, you can eat them. This is what they look like when they grow up.
Greg, can I share? Little purple asparagus. Excuse me.
And that's goji berry right there, and then we've got the June berries, which is also called service berries in northern Colorado. And this is the Spilanthes, and that's calendula. So yeah, there's a flower sticking up. Dare yourself to eat one of those things.
So, Tom, just a couple minutes here. What would you say we really need to go check out?
You mean in the area, or?
No, here on your farm.
Well, I mean, we just did the tour.
We did a good one.
That's all garlic
Yeah.
down there.
Where should we start? Where do you want to start, Tom?
Oh, no, let's do this again.
Hey, you can
Here,
tell.
guys, right here. Jay, Greg,
There it is, huh?
you guys try it.
What were those things that we had soaked last year, Tom, that we
That was
ate?
these.
That was those.
That was
Except
these?
that's fresh right there.
That's fresh.
All right, so I don't
So
know what
that's
kind.
gonna keep the COVID at bay right there.
This will keep the COVID at bay right here.
I don't know what kind of trippy ride we're about to go on, but we'll continue on Road Trip 2020 heading down the road. I wish, Brian, we could get right through that mountain range right there, the San de Cristos, and we'd be on the other side of Westcliff in probably about a half an hour. We got about an hour ride out. Got to head up to Salida and head back down into Westcliff. We'll be at Music Meadows Ranch, and I hope you enjoyed checking out Tom McCracken's. This is ancient.
Nope.
No.
Acacia.
What? Archaic
Archaic.
Orchards. And it's been a pleasure to catch up with Tom. We'll be back next year, and as we continue down the road, you got to follow us on Instagram. Our stories are fantastic. Like us, love us, and share the videos. See you down the road. Thanks so much. The Modern Eater Show continues.